Oh, I've got to admit, and let's change it a little bit to the funny side of things, like, you know what I mean? Let's cheer it up. It is good.
Made an album, yeah.
The audience is already fucking hanging themselves, yeah. So obviously we can take the piss out of each other and stuff like that, and I think we should. And I think it's only fair. Like, someone mentioned it to me the other day, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. And this is, John, don't take this personally, but it is based at you, mate. And you seen a picture of you, John? And he went, doesn't he look like the guy from Up? And I just went,
sorry, I didn't mean such a reaction then.
I'm sorry I laughed. I'm sorry I laughed.
Yeah.
But I used to get called Steve Martin as well.
Yeah, you do like
Nocturne Wolf called me Walter.
Wow.
Walter Smith, because they reckon that he was he's never ever called me John. You'll never call me Walter.
Ian, when you edit this, try and get a comparison image next to him of us.
Yeah.
You gotta do that.
Glad they do.
It had me in tears, mate. I might just get one of those filters and just put a fucking set of rims on you as well, mate. So,
you're in dodgy ground, my Scouse friend. You start that, this would end up internecine warfare.
Oh, mate, I'm always up for stuff like that. But yeah, when he said it to me, I was like, oh, fuck, that's funny as fuck. I'm well bringing that one up. Like, so yeah. So here we go, guys. Is an open jokey one. Who have you been compared to as a lookalike? And
Better subject this for me.
Go on, see, now you've just spoken straight on the.
Well, I usually wear like I don't know if you guys have seen me about gigs. I usually wear like a kind of velvet jacket or just some sort of nice jacket. And if I fucking God help me if I wear a white shirt. Meatloaf all day.
Oh shit!
No, but the reason I get fucked off about it because it's usually before people even know I'm a singer or know I do anything. If it's someone going, "Oh, I think your voice sounds like this," I don't mind. It's usually some dickhead in a pub going, "You're right, Meatloaf." I'm like, right, so you might as well have just said you're a fat. That's all.
That's a compliment because I think now Bon Jovi.
If I was skinny, no one would say that to me.
Matt, it's the reason you get annoyed. It's the reason you get seriously now. It's the reason you get annoyed is because you do anything for love, but you wouldn't do that.
But I'm a big Meatloaf fan. That's what annoys me. I've got all his albums. I genuinely love the guy. Like, I fucking love Meatloaf, but like, it's always like separate from the music. People are just like, yeah, Meatloaf. So I'm stopping wearing white shirts now because I just get it all the time, and I'm like, no.
By the way, Pete, if you're going to tell, we've already named two that you've been told you look like, but if you take your hat off, they'll
people
see the real
like
you.
Ian Johnston. I don't know why.
Yeah, you remind me of that guy from King Voodoo. You're that guy, aren't you?
It's my body double.
Are you from Scouser and the Scot by any chance?
No.
Hey.
Calm down.
When Facebook first started, it was a thing where it was like a post. Send a picture to your friends about who you look like, and it was like one of the first sort of things that ran around the internet.
Oh, yeah.
This was pre-beard. I didn't have my beard, and I think I had like a handful of friends at the time. It's very early days of Facebook. I think like 30 people, let's say. Every single person sent something back to me. Of those, say I think about 30 people, 20 plus of those people sent not only the same person, the same picture back to me, and it was the picture, unfortunately, of Edward Norton in American History X. This was pre-beard when I had them.
Yeah, I see
and
that.
I was like, that's not good. That's not good.
If you did that now, Coop, it would be
like Scott Ian, which makes you feel better, because that's obviously
But now they just send me pictures of bodies that have been pulled from lakes. So it's
on that, I did look like about 12 years ago, a terrorist put in a failed bomb explosion in London, and he was on a balcony. I don't know if you remember this. He had no top on. He was a little bit tubby. And I remember looking at the paper going, shit, that looks like me. Like, this is really bad. And I thought, it's not me. I won't point out there, but disclaimer. But I had to this, and I glue my beard, because if I don't, right, and I look like a thumb. Like, do you know what I mean? So, but I need to kind of, now I've got my glasses, I can kind of come like, I can split my face up. But that's why I shake.
Oh my God, it's Omi Jalili.
I do look like it's Alexis Sale going thin.
I let you say unmodularly. I get Johnny Depp a lot. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Pete, has anybody ever mentioned to you before, you've got the exact same forehead as Freddie Mercury had?
You know why that is? You know this, don't you? You know, I'm from Zanzibar, right? Yeah. You know, my dad, Sultan Ali Buddin Kamali, is not a joke. He's from Zanzibar. And actually, this weird forehead fringe, this weird fringe thing, it's like a waterfall with a sweat, is Freddie Mercury's Zanzibarian forehead. I haven't got a singing voice. I've probably got a social media presence if he was alive. But yeah, so...
I think I toured with Zanzibar and forehead a while back. Like, yeah, he would have death metal, I think.
Don't notice it.
You've not got the subgenre right. They were mellow death, actually.
They were mellow death. I'm totally wrong. Mellow death party metal, I think it was. Yeah. But yeah, Zanzibar and forehead. Like, I don't like the first album, but they were amazing.
That's my new prog rock band name, Zanzibar Forehead.
Zanzibar Forehead.
Yeah,
oh, I love it.
I am similar. I do. Yeah, it's the forehead thing, and the same colouring as me. I know he looks white on. He's not, but same colouring. We're both Zanzibarian boys.
By the way, when the first time Pete I saw him writing something that was mixed race, I'm thinking, you can't call yourself that just because you're Scottish and you're not ginger.
Well, funny, I used to have long hair and everybody thought it was Turkish or Greek. I went through my childhood. I was all in flights and stuff. I was always getting told. I had long hair, I dark skinned, I looked dodgy. I got put in it's a long story, but I got put in a nick a couple of years ago on a school trip. I was a teacher and I got put in a cell overnight. Because they thought I was a dodgy people smuggler, which is a story in itself. I'm not a people smuggler. And the head was really...
I'm a drug smuggler, it's all right.
yeah. And if I don't look that dodgy on Zoom, but I think in real life, and now I'm bald, I'm going whiter, it's weird. And now I just look like I'm Turkish or Greek, but before I looked like I was... Nobody knew where I was from. I lived in Australia.
You do look like you could cook a mean kebab.
Don't adjust. Sometimes I go to a kebab shop and they talk to me in Turkish, and I'm like, I'm Scottish, you know what I mean? And they just the mind is blown.
Scottish.
Brian, and I'm fine.
Hey, stop. Everybody has to stop right now. Jono, who the fuck are you supposed to look like? The bear in the big blue house?
Right. No, I've got a fucking whopper of one. Right. So when the year I got married, I went over to Mauritius to get married with Mrs. Lisa, and we were there, and I was like, okay, cool. And like, you know, we enjoyed it. It was lovely. And then all of a sudden, wedding day came, and we got married. It was great. Everything went well, and I was like, sound it. And then the owner came up to us and went, "Thanks a lot for choosing our hotel." It's like, it's a bit weird. Okay, yeah, I'll play it cool, like, and I'll go, yeah, I'll fucking have all your freebies and stuff like that, whatever. So yeah, he kept on coming over, and there was another couple next to us who got married on the same day, and he just walked right past them, and I was thinking, that's fucking rude. That I was thinking, that's strange. So we was in the swimming bath, like on the pool the next day, and this girl came up to us, like, you know, I went over to get the towels, like, and I went, "Can I have 2 towels?" And the girl went like that and started nodding, and he went, yeah, sure, thank you very much, thanks for coming to our hotel. I was like, what the fuck's going on? So next morning, we had breakfast delivered to us, and this was the whole theme with the fucking after the wedding, like, and it was dead fucking weird. And like, breakfast came, 2 fellas came, knocked on the door. I opened it up, like, and he put the breakfast in, and he went, told you it's him. And I went, who are you on about? And he goes,
Ronnie Banks.
Oh, no, sorry, sorry. We'll just get out your way. So I was round the bath, watching the footy. It was Liverpool versus Chelsea. And the next minute, the guy comes up to us and goes, "Mr. Gerrard, would you like a towel?" And I went, what? And I went, hey, shit about it, like, you know. So your thought I was Steven Gerrard, even though he was on telly live playing against Chelsea. And I was like,
that's brilliant.
You couldn't have picked anyone worse, mate, because I'm a fucking Evertonian. I'm gonna fucking go nuts here. So like, yeah, your thoughts, even the owner of the hotel thought, I'm Steven fucking Gerrard. How heartbreaking is that?
It could have been a lot worse. It could have been Peter Beardsley.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
Well, obviously,
David Dodds. It could have been David Dodds, mate.
Yeah.
David Dodds was that. David Dodds, the footballer, was that ugly that clubs would only buy him after the next year's photograph had been taken. That's true. He was playing with Rangers at the time, and my mate was a referee, and he was playing with Rangers, and he was come back for an injury, and he was playing the reserve match like Tuesday afternoon at 1:30 in East Fife's ground against East Fife fucking second team, and he's playing away, and there's two little boys about 10 and 11 had actually dogged it for school, and all they did for the minute the first whistle blew was standing going, Davy Dodds, the Elephant Man, Davy Dodds, and they did it from the fucking first minute to the last minute. And at the end, Davy Dodds come up to my mates and he says, "Can you not fucking do something about them, mate?" He says, "Why?" He says, "Look," he says, "you must be used to it." He says, "Aye, but somehow," he says, "when it's 50,000 Celtic fans singing it, you don't worry." He says, "But when it's two little bastards for East Fife, it's just fucking, it's personal."
Yeah, but you've got to admit, this day and age now, like if anything like that happened, the fucking social media would be fucking crying. It'd be left, fucking everyone would be moaning. You can't say
no. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who'll be crying now. Right now, if you watch this, who'll be in tears? Stevie Gerrard.
Mate, I'm glad you said that because
he's got Ian Johnson pajamas.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Coop.
Who's that meatloaf guy and the guy from Up and the Turkish kebab sales?
and rescue that mad monk on the corner.
I'm going to have to get a spinning kebab on behind you. Oh, mate, this is going to be fun putting together, I'm telling you. I'm going to mix a picture of everyone next to it, like, so it's going to be...
You're going to put fucking meatloaf next to me, aren't you, you twat?
But like you said, Matt, honestly...
we're going to put Cher next to you and let people's... We're going to put a picture of Cher next to you and let people's imagination do the rest.
I do believe in life after love.
It's weird, isn't it? Because Meatloaf, am I thinking like Meatloaf's daughter is married to Scott Ian?
Scott Ian from Anthrax.
You have some sort of weird family thing going on here. This is really cool.
I can see Scott Ian there.
He's only got that though. Yeah, he's only got that.
Listen, take it. I got called Kebab Man. You can take that.
I'm Scott Ian all day. Yeah, no problems there.
You know which one I would rather be.
Oh, I love it. So, guys, we must have one quick funny story of being on the road.
Alan's funny stories. Sorry, Partridge.
Yeah, do you know what? We might need a little phrase from this, like, you know, I'm sure we can knock one up together, like, you know what I mean? But let's go round each one. We don't have to name drop. We'd rather not for legal reasons because we know if we name drop, we'll be in this shit. Like, but come on, we all must have a funny story or a funny something funny which has happened on the road. So starting with yourself, P. Come on.
Everything's more funny than me being on stage, if I'm honest. And this is like, I'll say this now. 2 weeks ago, I was speaking to a band member who probably all know, a really nice guy, and they were telling me that they toured with I can't say his name for legal reasons, but let's say he signed to Deep Purple for a while, and his name rhymes with Men Lose. He sings while doing the shit. This is common knowledge, so I don't think we're going to get sued. Anyway, apart from that, you can take that out. Len Hughes does sing while shitting. Any funny stories? I don't know. All depends. It's weird being a comedian because I've done 3 tours on my own. So you end up getting it's a bit lonely. It's a lonely little world, right? And then you end up just going out for a piss afterwards in a pub in Witherspoons in Leeds somewhere, and it ends up just not being very funny to you. But 5 years later, you're thinking, if I write my autobiography, this will be funny. But yeah, I can't think of anything. Honestly, so I'm going to let you guys go first until I think about anything that's ever happened to me that's funny. Many tragic things, but that's again on stage. I don't know. I can't think of anything really.
I'm the same. Like, I don't think there's anything that I would consider funny because I'd say, go on.
Right, I was back in the early 80s. I was in a band and we were called Versailles, as in the Palace of Versailles.
So pretentious. So pretentious.
I bet you were a prog band, weren't you?
You're Scottish. Everybody's boss them.
But they called Versailles, and the first album was The Palace of Versailles.
Yeah, 20-minute opus. Yeah.
So basically, what happened was, it was, you know, the old thing. I was a singer, and then there was one of the guitarists. He thought it was his band, and I knew it was mine. So anyway, he booked us a gig in a place called Castle Douglas, which is like a little market town, and it's like 2 hours over the hills from where we lived. So we finished work, fucking head over there. It's a Thursday night, and and of course in them days, like, there was no fucking social media. You couldn't check any. So we walked into this hotel, and it looked quite posh. I was like, this is a bit fucking weird. You know, we're a heavy metal band. What the fucking hell are we doing booked into? Well, we're a glam heavy metal band, spandex and all that shit. So anyway, we walks in, place is rammed later on. And somebody gave us a local newspaper. Now, the daft bastard hadn't read our name very well, and he thought we were called the Versatiles. He thought we were like the Black Abbots and all that. We thought we were like the Groundhogs. He thought we were a comedy fucking music band, right? So this place has sold all the tickets. It's fucking rammed. Now, I should have known, because the bouncer at that time, was the light heavyweight boxing champion of Scotland. So I should have fucking twigged there. And we came on, we started playing. And you know that scene in the Blues Brothers with the chicken wire when they start playing? Dum, dum, dum,
yeah,
dum,
it's all the shit. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that was wrong, that was different, was we didn't have any fucking chicken wire. And I'm going to make an admission that was the only night I ever did this. This big bear came over at the end. He went, "Is this your fucking band?" And I went, "No, mate, it's his," and pointed to the guitar. I walked away.
Wow.
Is this your fucking band?
You talk about stories of the road. The only time, and like you said, you know, that one night you have is a really stressful, horrible night. And the only time I've done a gig in a brewery once in London, and it was I was headlining. It was lovely. It was great. It was 3 acts and a break, then me. And it was about 150 people in, so it was quite big for me anyway. And I remember there's a brewery, so it was set up for us, but there was only one toilet, right? There was one toilet. And I'm usually a normal person, but for some weird reason, I really needed a shit. And I did. So I went for a jobby, and it was in that break. And I remember, you know, sometimes it happens to a certain age. You'll know this, John, at a certain age. You know, sometimes something happens and you just can't get off the toilet. And I was sitting there like, this is really stressful, and I could hear people outside or waiting to get in the toilet saying, "Oh my god, I'm going to be late for the second half." I'm like, "You're not, mate, because I am the second half." And I remember thinking, I was sitting there just doing a shit, my boxer's done, and no matter how good life is, when you're shitting with your jacket on it, when people are waiting outside, it's never glamorous. And you know, I was sitting there going, "God, I hate this. I'm going to quit stand-up comedy, because no matter how good I am out there, the only talk of the town was, oh, that shoe, the comedian was doing a shit. He was there for 25 minutes. Even if I walked out with someone, it would have looked cool. Do you know what I mean? But I wasn't doing drugs. I was just doing a big, massive tour. Anyway, that was my most stressful time ever being a stand-up, because...
You know what, though?
Oh, no, I've remembered one.
Hey,
sorry.
Hey, before we catch on, the only thing that I've always said about this is whenever you need to go for a dump just before a show, why is it always like the train spotting bug?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know
it was bubbling. I remember it was bubbling, going, "I can't keep this. I go on stage in the middle of my Cliff Richard joke. I'm going to shit myself. This isn't good." You know what I mean?
See, I've got two stories. So one's another band's story, because mine aren't interesting enough. I'll tell mine second. But there's a band I know that told me this story that I thought was fucking hilarious. There was a guy like really getting into their set. They were playing like a small pub, and the guy just walks up to the stage and goes, "I've shit myself." That's all the information they got. And they were like, "Okay, whatever, just ignore it." And then apparently he'd flung his shitty underwear into like the toilet cubicle. So they later found out that a guy had indeed shit himself and took his underwear off and left it in the toilet for everyone. I guess
that's be good. If you make the audience shit themselves, you're either a really bad band or an amazing band. But you might go
to the band though and be like, "Guys, can you help me?" What are they going to do?
I shit my pants.
I went to see Twisted Illusion and shit myself. Amazing. I want to go to that show.
That just means we found the brown note. That's it.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, I guess like most of my like stories of playing live, like because I'm so like, I'm so artsy and care about it so much. I'm never in the mood of like being genuinely like happy and happy-go-lucky. I take it so seriously, you know, whether I'm doing, you know, a function gig or a cover gig or whatever. I take it seriously what I do. So I think that's why Pete's probably the same as me and can't think of many where it's like, ha ha ha, because if something goes wrong, you feel it and you're really like, oh, this is shit. So, but there is one, it was a cover gig I was doing, and I get quite regular nosebleeds, and one decided to happen in the middle of a solo. It was Highway Star by Deep Purple. Went to do the big Richie Blackmore solo, start playing it. A string snapped first, big high E, so I couldn't do the big like widdly thing.
Can't do that.
And then a nosebleed started at the same time. So I managed, for some reason there was tissue on stage. I think I had a pack of tissues. So I bunged up my nose, still trying to play the solo one-handed. So I was like, tissue this hand, and I was trying to play it with one hand, and then fucking colossal nightmare, blood everywhere.
There's one old guy at the back saying, I thought he used to carry that hank in his hand when he sang. I didn't realise he stuck up his fucking nose.
Oh, yeah. Guitar is just
really
covered.
And if it's not, just say it is. That gave you the nosebleed with a string. Please say that was the same time that guy shit himself.
No.
That's a fucking show right there.
That'll be some gig out on it, yeah.
That was some solo.
I got I don't know. I got a ton of stories. I'm old enough to have acquired many. I'll give you a few. Here's a few. Okay, so I was working I was TMing for a band, and there's quite a big show in Germany, like a festival show at a place called I think it was called Deichbrand Festival, and we got there about midday, and it seemed like it was not that well put together, and there was clearly some problems with crew and what have you. And my band that I'm looking after is like, you know, pretty high up on the bill, and it's a pretty important show, and it's probably going to get filmed as well. And there's 2 stages. So I'm like, okay, let's start to get to talk to people. What's going on? Who's doing what? And it becomes very evident that the guy who's running the desk is kind of been doing it for the last it's a like 4-day festival for the last 3 days, and he is in no shape to be doing this job. But he's the only guy that's doing it, and he's kind of running back and forth from each stage doing the mixes. And it becomes clear that I've got to win him over to get him to work my band's show. Otherwise, my band probably aren't going to go on. So I'm like fucking hustling. I'm shit myself, and I was pretty green to it.
You can't shit yourself in this story too.
Yeah, and I shit myself, and I was a nosebleed. So I'm hustling. I'm running around thinking, what can I do? And my engineer is like, he goes, you know, buy him off with some booze or something. So I'm like, fuck, I'm losing my mind. The clock's counting down. It's got like 10 minutes before they're on. The band are almost practically side of stage setting up, and there's nobody to do this. And this is filmed. It's a hugely stressful situation. So I run down to, I think, you know, I'll go to the tents and see some of the promoters, see if there'll be something going on in hospitality. I'll be able to get some kind of drink anyway. But everybody speaks German. I don't speak German at all. I go to the bar, they don't kind of mean what I mean. I'm pointing to drinks. I'm trying to do whatever I can. I'm thinking, this is me. I'm done. I'm not going to be able to work it. This is not going to work at all. Turn around, there's a huge Jaeger stand with 2 young ladies running this Jaeger stand. And they had those like Jaeger fridges and what have you at this stand. And I think to myself, fuck, I've tried everywhere else, the last place to go up. And I'm thinking, I can't speak German. I can't talk to these people in any kind of way that they will understand me. And I go over, and I broke. I was just like, all right, love, listen, I just need like a big bottle of Jaeger to pay off this guy side of stage so we can do the sound for my band. And in the thickest Scouse accent, she comes back to me, all right, lad. And I was like, what? What the fuck? And she's like, she was from Bootle. And I was like, what are you doing in the middle of Germany running a Jägermeister stand? She gives me a big bottle of Jaeger. She goes, oh, yeah, we have a bit of banter and away I go into the night to sort this guy out. I was like, what the fuck are the chances of meeting someone from Bootle in the middle of Jaeger? Yes, it fucking paid the guy off.
Right.
So the next band, just for note, didn't go on. They got a fine and they didn't get it filmed, so their management kicked off as well. My band went on. It was beautifully filmed. It was a great show. But yeah, she was from Bootle.
Oh, it's all about the Jaeger boys. It's all about
honestly, it was incredible. Honestly, but look, everybody that's toured has got a billion of these stories, a billion of them. Some of them I can't mention. Like, tell you what, if anybody else doesn't want to jump in, I got another one. So I'm doing a tattoo convention, huge tattoo convention run by an MC, a bikers club. And it's so big as the bands that are on there. There's two tour buses I'm working with, like a whole host of bands, double figures bands, it's crazy. And it's all going well. It's about 5 day long festival over the long weekend. And it's absolutely like, everything's going well. I'm thinking I'm smashing this. So I think halfway through kind of the second to last day, I think I'll probably get some time to myself, go back to the tour bus, finally have a proper meal, sit down, compose myself. I'll pick my time. You okay with the stage? Yes, I'd off again. So there I am eating some noodles on the bus, and there's a commotion outside, and I'm like, this is not good. But I'm going to finish this meal because it's the only chance I'm going to get. I've been working my arse off, and so the door comes through the tour, and it's the drummer of one of the bands that's playing, and he's like ashen faced. He's like, he looks as though like he's murdered someone, and he's still got like like the plastic over like his shoulder and as much of his upper torso. Of like a tattoo, and I didn't get onto this at first, but it becomes obvious in a minute. And I'm like, "What's going on? What's going on?" He goes, "Coop, you gotta help me, And I was like, "What's going on? What's happened?" And he goes, "Oh, we played our set, and I went to see the tattooist artist to Ron show, and went to get a tattoo." And I was like, "Great, what's the problem?" And he goes, "Well, I went to see this particular guy, and he's and he doesn't speak English." So I said, "Can you get?" He just had a young boy, and he had like. Did that cut out then? Did that cut out?
No, I thought it was shameless promotion, to be honest, Coop.
Here on, I am being censored. There you go. Let's try that. So I'm like, what's going on? He goes, "Well, I went to get a tattoo from this person. He didn't speak English, so we were kind of haggling, as you do sometimes when you go for tattoos." And he goes, and I said, like, 2, and he was like, "Yeah, 2, okay, good." And I thought he meant like £200. And I was like, "You thought you could get a tattoo that size in full colour on your chest for £200? He goes, "I know that now because when he finished, he was like, it's £2,000. And I'm like, "Hold on, did the MC know about this yet?" And literally as I'm saying that, there's a knock on the door of the tour bus, and it's the people who run it. And I'm like, "Oh my, I'm going to get fucking murdered here. This is going to be the end of the world." And cue a long round table with everybody involved where we managed to thrash out sort of a payment deal with this drummer to pay for the tattoo that he thought would cost £200, and in actuality cost well over £2,000. Like these things happen all the time.
And the moral to that story is
only
a drummer could ever have thought you get tattooed like that for £200.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, guys, there you have it. So, obviously, I'd like to thank you for attending and coming on today, and I'm sure John would as well. Absolutely.
I'll be back in like 2 weeks.
It'll be 3. New year we'll have you on. Like I say, so I just want to say massive thanks to everyone who's helped us. I know you guys have helped us since we've started, especially Matt, who's part of the furniture these days. So I just want to say thanks to everyone who's appeared on the Scouser and the Scot. I think we'd all like to wish everyone a very happy new year and a very Merry Christmas. And I just want to say I've been blown away by the response that we've had. So
how cool was the Michael Starr one, by the way? Sound interview, that really great interview.
Thanks, man.
And the Crusher one, fucking hell, yeah, awesome.
Crusher, yeah. So it's been a journey and a half, and we're going to have a little bit of downtime. We're going to be back in the new year, so we're going to come back with more stories, more information, and Coop keeps on advertising.
I know, he's just like, that's my logo.
Fucking metal show. So
I wish I was that savvy. I wish I was that savvy.
What I'll do is I'll put all the links down below. Coop, Pete, Matt, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure for you to be on the show. It's your friends, your family to the show, and like I say, thanks for putting up with me, the Scouser, and obviously the guy from Up. So we just want to wish you.
It means up north Scotland.
I better shut up now and let him fucking have.
All right, so let's decide on the images now. Let's decide on the images. Up, Meatloaf, Stevie Gerrard, Kebab. Got Ian. Yeah, it's what we're doing.
I'm happy with Scott here. I'll take that.
I might just grab the Ed Norton one for you, Cooper. I'll see what.
No, oh God, no! Please, no, please. Oh dear, no. Thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate it. A Merry Christmas to one and all.
Thank you so much again for your support this year as well. For the support the music scene, you guys have done wonders. So I'm looking forward to see. I'm on the road a lot more next year. I've got a busy year, and I'm positive about next year with everyone. I do think things will get back together. I think this vaccination a booster will get us there. So I'm looking forward to see you all in some sticky flood venue somewhere soon.
Matt, it'd be wrong not to have a saying before John takes over and has his last one. Is there anything you'd like to say, buddy?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for next year. We've got a double album coming out, so that's going to take all my focus, I think. But yeah, thanks to everyone that's supported me as well. Like, I appreciate it, and I'm glad you guys have this, because it's a really cool medium, just being able to talk to not just musicians, because you're getting a lot of different people in the music scene that are on the peripheries, which I think is important. So keep doing what you're doing, because I love this show.
Thank you very much, mate. And over to me, good mate, John. Let you have the final words of the year, mate.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I've really enjoyed every show that we've done. When Ian came up with the concept for this and we thrashed it out, I don't think either of us really understood what it was going to end up being. And the people that's come on the show, like these guys and everybody else, have been very honest, usually very funny, and have shared a lot of information that hopefully will help a lot of new, young grassroots musicians and anything else, like even the guys that producers and all that, video people, photographers. So, check us out. And until next time, hit that cowbell and subscribe.
Hi, I'm Matt Jones, and you're watching The Scouser and the Scot.
Nope, that's a blooper reel. I'm Matt Jones. I'm from Twisted Delusion.
Oh yeah, I've got to say who I am.
Not everybody's got social
Let's look
media.
into the camera. Let's get this right. Here we go.
And you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to go, I'm Matt Jones from Twisted Illusion. Then Pete's supposed to say, and I'm Pete K. Malley. And then Coop's, and then the
right, okay, yeah. And then we all do it together. And you're watching.
Right, wait a minute, I'll do 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Matt Jones from Twisted Illusion.
Hi, I'm Pete K. Malley from No Band.
Give me a second. There we go. So what did you all say then? I was just switching out some stuff. How did you want me to? Do you know what? Just reel it and I'll do it now. You just say, listen to the Scouser and the Scot, yeah?
Right.
Fuck me.
Wow.
You wanted some bloopers. There you go.
Right.
Hey, what's up? I'm Scouser, and you're watching Michael Starr on Scouser and Stitch. Fuck. All right. All right, let's try it again. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? This is 3, 2, 1. Go for it.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up, man? It's Michael Starr from the greatest heavy metal American. All right, let's try it one more time. Ready? Here we go. Give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Michael Starr from Steel Panther, the greatest heavy metal American band to come out in the last decade. Yes, I think I'm right. Anyways, you're watching Scour. This is fucked. This is not fair. Hold on a second. Let me figure out something here. Scouser and Scot. God damn it.
A Scouser is somebody from Liverpool. So that's all right. Scouser. So you're watching the Scouser and the Scot.
Oh, the Scouser. Copy that.
The Scouser and the Scot.
Hey, I'm Dave from the Outlaw Orchestra. You're no, let's redo that. I just had another thought came in my head for some reason. You're listening to the Scouser and the Scot, yeah?
You're watching.
Oh, you're watching.
Sorry. Well, I think we should do it again, but what you should do is, hi, I'm Kev, and Stu. You should say, hi, I'm Stu, and we're from Blitz.
Yeah, okay.
You're watching the Scouser and the Scot.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, this is Kev from Blitz.
And this is Stu from Blitz.
You're watching too.
Let's do that again.
All right, yeah.
I knew this is knocked up. This is reaction management take 3, isn't it, mate?
It is. Yeah.
What to do is you just introduce yourself, then Stu introduce yourself, and then Kev, if you want to do the last bit by yourself or one.
Yeah,
just to let you know, guys, we do have a blooper reel.
Yeah, we do, mate.
Oh, great.
You will definitely make the Christmas blooper reel. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, this is Kev from Blitz.
And this is Stu from Blitz.
And you're watching The Welshman and the Irishman.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait a minute, stop that. Sorry, I didn't mean to order you. A spoof. Sorry, a spoof. What? I thought you were doing it.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Sid.
And I'm Bob. And you're listening to the Scouser and the Scot with Inner Demon Media, Inner Demon Radio.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Sid.
And I'm Bob.
And you're watching the Scouser and Scot, and we're right.
No, you bollocks it up again.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Sid.
And I'm Bob.
From Inner Demon Media.
And you're listening to the Scouser and the Scot.
Fucking watching, you're not listening. It's not a bastard podcast. Oh, right, I'll tell you what we'll do, Ian. We'll do it for them, right? You watching? Right, you ready?
One more try. We'll get it right this time.
No. Me and him's doing it now. Fuck you. All right, listen. Hi, I'm Sid.
And I'm Sid. Maybe I'm Bob. And you're watching.
And I'm listening to. Oh no, maybe it isn't as easy as we thought.
Right, you can tell we're not scripted, can't you?
let's say calm down a bit now.
I breathe.
Right. 3, 2. Might need a metronome there. Click track for this. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Has he frozen?
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, you froze there, Sid.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Just as you were about, I went 3, 2, 1, and you just froze completely.
I was so confident that we were going to get it through first time and there would be no sort of...
We got it, Bob. Let's get our shit together. Let's do this, Bob. Come on. You ready?
3, 2, 1.
Hi, this is Matt Long from Catfish and Matt Long and the Revenant Ones, and you're listening to the Scouser and the Scot. Is it the Scout? I'm sorry. Is it the Scouser and the Scot, or is it?
Yeah,
Damn it.
Yeah.
I am famously.
We've got another blooper.
I am famously terrible at these kind of things. I'm the many take man, just like I am with my music. I'll do it again.
And it's you're watching the Scouser and the Scot.
You're watching, yes.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll do another 3, 2, 1, mate. Yeah. 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Bobby from Reaction Management and Nocturne Wolf.
All right, I thought you were going to say hi. I'm Bobby, and I was going to say, and I'm
3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Bobby from Nocturne Wolf and Reaction Management.
And I'm Jay. That was a lot you said there, Bobby. I thought you were just going to say, I'm Bobby. I thought it was I'm Bob and I'm Jay, and it was from
3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Bobby.
And I'm Jay from Reaction Management, and you're watching
Scouser and the Scot.
For fuck's sake.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Bobby.
Hi, I'm Bobby.